Ladies and gentlemen, football is back, and the Premier League didn't just knock on the door, it kicked it down with a flying Richarlison bicycle kick. Welcome to Kick the Ball, where we turn goals into giggles and tactics into TikToks. Let's dive in. Manchester City opened their campaign like a team that's still angry they didn't win the Champions League twice last season. A 4-0 demolition of Wolves. No mercy, no chill. Johnny Reijnders on debut looked like he downloaded Pep's tactics straight into his bloodstream. 1 goal, 1 assist, and a midfield masterclass that made Wolves look like they were still buffering. Reijnders Haaland, 2 goals. Business as usual. Man's built like a Viking and finishes like a vending machine. Insert ball, receive goal. And just when Wolves thought it was over, Reijnders came off the bench and said, "Hi, I'm new here. Here's a goal." Pep's boys didn't just win, they sent a group chat message to the entire league. We're still him. Tottenham under Thomas Frank. First game, first win, first Richarlison bicycle kick that made physics cry. Spurs beat Burnley 3-0, and Richarlison scored twice, one of them so spicy it should have come with a warning label. Brennan Johnson added a third, and suddenly, Spurs fans are Googling how to feel hope responsibly. Maddison and Kulusevski were out injured. But no worries, Spurs still cooked. Thomas Frank might just be the Danish Mourinho, minus the parking the bus part. Newcastle and Aston Villa played a 0-0 draw so dry, even the grass looked bored. Villa went down to 10 men after Ezri Konsa got sent off, but Newcastle couldn't capitalize. Sunderland made their Premier League return after 8 years and said, "We're not here to participate, we're here to party." A 3-0 win over West Ham, with goals from Mayenda, Ballard, and Isidore. West Ham still looking for their GPS. And Fulham snatched a late 1-1 draw against Brighton, thanks to Rodrigo Muniz, who scored in stoppage time like he just remembered his fantasy team needed points. So what did we learn? City are still terrifying. Spurs might be cooking something spicy. Sunderland are back with a bang. And Richarlison's bicycle kick deserves its own Netflix documentary. That's it for today's Kick the Ball, where football meets memes, and the Premier League never sleeps. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell harder than Haaland hits the back of the net. See you next time.